It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene... From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Fields eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Hardman on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now here's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Returnable here from the 38. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Out of the gun, Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
This is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Fields. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Fields on 1st down. Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson. 70 yards. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Fields. He finds Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now. From the gun, here's Fields. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, Fields. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Hardman to return. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks God.